Hello, everyone. I'm Marty,
Hey, I'm Jim.
and together we are.
2-for-1.
Today, we have a series of questions, as requested, things that you want to know about us. So, here we go. Question number 1 from Carrie Naylor. Something or someone on the road that has profoundly impacted your journey so far. Jim, you want to take that one?
Definitely, I think we both agree on this one. Her name was Carrie Bell. And Marty, I'll let you expound on that.
We were traveling down the road in BC, and we pulled into a little touristy place. And as we were driving up, a couple was walking towards us, a man and a woman. And the man said, "Hey, aren't you the two guys that were just on TV in Vancouver? Aren't you riding for Huntington?" And we stopped and said, "Yes, we are." And he said, and his partner or his wife, Carrie, said to us that she has Huntington disease. So that was pretty impactful, I thought, for us. The fact that we would get flagged down on the highway or out in the middle of nowhere and meet someone who is affected by Huntington disease. So that I still think about that one. And it was, without a doubt, a lovely, lovely couple. And I thoroughly enjoyed meeting them.
And I agree with that, Marty. And before Carrie left, she signed my bike. So I now have two people that are affected by Huntington's disease. I have their signature on my bike. So it's affected both of us very profoundly. Question number 2 comes from Michael
Figget.
Are the rumors out of northwestern Ontario true? They say that since you crossed the border from Manitoba, spandex is the new buckskin.
Well, Michael, I would certainly hope that it is true, because we have tried riding in buckskin, and it's not as comfortable as spandex. Buckskin just doesn't stretch. So yes, I certainly hope that people in Manitoba do jump on our trend-setting gear of wearing spandex rather than buckskin.
And the other day, when in the sight of a big black bear, I moved quite quickly in spandex. So it does work, Michael. Okay, our third question comes from Brandy Coolsey. Go ahead, Martin.
How sore are you really? Are Canadians out west respectful of cyclists? Have you enjoyed any interesting local cuisine? How sore are we really? To answer that honestly, we haven't been that sore at all. The gear that we're wearing, thanks to Segoy and the Running Factory, is awesome for cycling. It protects our delicate parts quite nicely. So no, I haven't really experienced any soreness there. Tired muscles and things like that. Advil kind of takes care of that. And what's that cream that you use?
Chamois, provided by Gary Belanger at the Running Factory. Smooths our butts.
What was the other part of that question? Canadians out west respectful? Yeah, the people out west and all along have been very respectful. We really haven't had any issues with any people on the road at this point. And the next one, have you enjoyed any interesting local cuisine? That's a tough one.
I've had some incredible Manitoba walleye at a small little restaurant in Manitoba, and it was phenomenal.
Burgers, yeah, those kinds of things. I've had my fill of burgers and fries. We did have a great steak just before we left Alberta. We had a great steak sandwich just before we left Alberta, and that was really good.
Okay, Jorge
Barrios from Boston.
Hey, Jorge, how you doing? Weird question there, Jorge. How many outfits are they wearing?
Well, first of all, you have to know Jorge. Get that out of the picture. You have to know Jorge. Jorge is a fashionista, so of course Jorge would ask about our outfits that we're wearing, because as I recall, he was always wearing fancy stuff whenever he ran. If he wore stuff at all, because a lot of times he just went shirtless. But how many outfits are we wearing, Jorge? We only wear one outfit at a time. Because if we tried to wear two outfits, Jorge, it just wouldn't fit. Now, our outfits, Jim can expound on this a little bit more, but I will show you our outfits. Go ahead, Jim. Are you going to expound on it? I'm going to get our outfits.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Our outfits were provided by Gary Belanger and in the Running Factory. And they are two parts, bib shorts and a cyclist top with all the various sponsors that have sponsored us.
Here's the bib shorts.
Here
Here's the bib shorts, Jorge. Sorry I don't have them on. There they are there. Padded shorts right there. And here's our jersey that we wear. That's really, these outfits have really garnered a lot of attention along the way. There's our outfit right there. All right, last one.
Last question.
From Brenda Malott Dubois. What have you learned about each other? Well, I've learned many things about Jimmy. One thing I've really learned is that he's terrible at making moose calls. Quite often I hear him in the background moaning away, trying to call moose. We have seen one moose, but it wasn't as a result of Jimmy's moose call.
Well, Marty, that moaning actually is from me climbing the hills behind you. It has got nothing to do with calling the moose.
Ah, I see.
As for what I've learned about Martin, I think I knew Marty pretty well before I went on this trip. This is a difficult trip to do with somebody else, so you better know him pretty damn good. And I'm not surprised by anything that Martin has done so far. He's an amazing guy to travel with, and proud to have him as a friend. And I think the trip has gone so well because we have known each other quite well before we left.
Yep, that's true.
And Carrie, we are not going to fight.
Wrestle, you mean?
Well, we may wrestle, but we're not going to fight.
One other thing I've learned about Jimmy, I was talking to him yesterday. It doesn't matter how hard the day is or how long the day is. If we're within 10 kilometers of our stop and it's anywhere near dinner time, I really have to work hard to keep up with Jimmy because once he smells the barn, there's no catching him. Anyway, Windsor and the rest of the world.
One last question that just came in. This question just came in on the wire. It's from Beth Geniak. Beth said, "Cousin, can you get any more handsome?" Well, Beth, you were actually looking at Marty. Okay? That is not me.
Thanks, Jimmy. Anyway, Windsor and the rest of the world, thank you for your questions and your interest. We're going to continue to pedal on. It's been a great day here today in Marathon. On the road with Jimmy and Marty. Take care.
Have a blast.
Bye-bye.